All right, so go ahead and find the meditation posture. Push the crown of the head up towards the ceiling. And now start settling in. Draw the shoulders back and down. Straighten the back of the neck. Tuck the chin just a bit. If it's manageable, roll the hips forward so that the belly kind of extends for deep diaphragmatic breathing. Okay, good. Now let's go ahead and just take one super deep breath in. And exhale. Okay, good. And now just imagine yourself in a dating situation. And then now just feel into this quality of levity, ease, and play. That you laugh very easily. There's also this quality of wittiness, maybe even funniness, humor. You can imagine yourself bantering or flirting. Now, especially notice how all of this is taking care of itself. You're just along for the ride. There's just like no effort, totally easeful. So in the visualization, I fill in all the content that is consistent with easeful, fun, open. So engaging. Notice how you feel joy in the body and in the mind. Now also, this is a metacognitive perspective. Know that you recognize these mental states. You know what it means to have a sense of levity. You know how to come back into a state of levity. You know when you're taking it too seriously. You have the discernment to identify what your mental state is and correct things in a way that suits you. So continuing to develop the scene of levity, maybe flirting, banter, etc. And also notice how fulfilling this is. Very fulfilling. You really are meeting a lot of your needs. And that's great. That's right. Keep going. And then just to practice, imagine that something happens that kind of is a little bit of a mood killer. It kind of brings you down a bit. And then just see this happen. It's like, okay, yeah, this is part of the vagaries of life, the ups and downs. You can really see that it's maybe killed the mood, but then you're able to let it go just completely. And there's something really satisfying and beautiful about letting it go. And now see yourself once again re-engaging with levity. You can also feel how the kind of twinkle in your eye, this like childlike wonder, has been restored. This is your birthright. And now imagine that maybe this romantic relationship is now getting more serious. Imagine like emotional sharing and opening up. And like just allow yourself to be in control of that process. Like, do I want this? Do I not want this? And it's okay either way. Like, see how you're in control of this emotional opening up process. And it's okay to hold back. You don't owe it to anybody to open up. But now imagine that your partner is somebody that you do feel comfortable opening up around. And so you do. And notice how this is also fulfilling. This is good. But also notice you still have the right to pull back. Maybe it's too much too quick. You get to make that decision. You get to make sure that you're comfortable. And now just kind of see yourself opening up more and this being an exchange where your partner is opening up more as well. And now notice maybe there's a part of you that's like, oh, okay, well, this is a deeper investment. And maybe I'm even getting a bit attached to outcome. And then just see how that's okay. Okay, you get attached to outcome. Well, that's just what humans do. And see how you allow yourself to not give yourself a hard time for investing, for getting attached to the outcome. It's okay. And now also notice how, if you want, you can also go and touch back into a bit of levity. Like it doesn't have to be 100% serious. And then also notice how there's this quality of kind of life unfolding, not quite knowing where it's going, actually being at ease with not knowing where it's going. Recognize your own cognitive flexibility. You can keep going down this opening up, or you can intentionally make it a bit more superficial. No problem. You're in your right. And now also notice how the deeper connection is also meeting some of your needs. And that's great. And now also notice how there's a part of the mind that's like, oh, I'm getting my needs met. And then maybe you might want to start kind of attaching to this and like kind of clinging onto it. And then first thing is, I want you to see how totally normal that is. It's like, yeah, of course, this is what you want. The most normal thing in the world. And you also know how to just make things a bit lighter and easier. And now feel how you can trust your own instincts. You can trust yourself. Now we're going to wrap up the meditation in just a moment, but imagine that you step out of this meditation, that you look back. Let's review. So notice how you are totally able to engage with levity, with non-attachment to outcome. Notice how there's a part of you that's the happy, playful child, and that you can touch into that, no problem. And that thing sometimes gets more serious. There's a kind of energy to that, but you're still in control and you can let yourself go as deep as you want to. And you can also kind of bring some more childlike levity into those situations when you want. And now notice your overall competence, fluency, and ease with this subject matter. You've totally got this, just totally obvious. And now just for 30 seconds, see your real adult life going forward, unfolding in front of you. And just notice all the ease, fluency, competence, sense of agency. Good. I'm making a deep impression of that. Now I'll count from 5 to 1. When I get to 1, you'll be awake and present in the room, settled in the experience. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awake and present in the room, settled in the experience.